joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica.
To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey. Move out my way.
No way we can ever support this guy to be in such an important role. And so if it takes speaking at a Democratic convention to beat him, to get my party back, to get my country back, then so be it. That's what I'm willing to do.
And that's because I love my country more than my party.
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode. If you're just joining for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Sorry for being a little late, guys, but I'm here and we have a whole lot to talk about. So we're going to spend a little time tonight. Let me see who they here. Moderator, big up yourself. Thank you for joining. All of my friends them were over here. Whether you're Labour right, whether you're PNP, whether you're no P, nice, decent, patriotic Jamaicans, big up on yourself. Thank you guys for joining. Please to hit the like button and make sure that you are inviting everybody over here because we have some things for showing you, see. Guys, let us get started. So breaking news. Dr. Nigel Clarke, you must have heard by now that Dr. Nigel Clarke has resigned to accept a job at the IMF. Nigel Clarke was appointed to be one of the deputy managers, leaders of the IMF. A very prestigious position, you know. So everybody happy for him. Everybody's sending congratulations to him from the JLP side, and even one of the most senior persons on the PNP side I heard talking on the radio to this evening, Dr. Peter Phillips. He was asked a series of questions about Nigel Clarke's appointment. And as you guys know, Dr. Phillips played a very involved role in, recrafting Jamaica's financial situation during his time when Portia Simpson Miller was the Prime Minister of Jamaica. So he had positive things to say. He congratulated Dr. Clarke and he, just made some comments about what he hoped to see. I'm going to let you hear all of it. Now, on the other side, guys, of course, you have these people who they had nothing good to say. In fact, I will show you what they said. But first, we don't want to get to the negative just yet. Let me give you the positive, the good news first, because this is a big deal. Yes, nobody go on like it's not a small deal. It's a big deal. This is a big, big deal, right? And you know, we're not bad mind over here, so we're not grudgeful and we're not wicked over here. So hear what? When the news is good, one is going to get the good news. When the news is bad, one is going to get the bad news. Right now, right this moment, this minute, into our broadcast, this is the good news. So, I'm going to hear what the IMF said. We're going to talk about all the positives and then we'll get into the other stuff. But first, I want you to see that Nigel Clarke, ever since this news broke today, he's been trending, He's been trending on all financial news, all mainstream news globally. You can see their routers published him, U.S. News and World Report, our local news, Jamaica Observer, Gleaner, IRI FM, and those guys, Bloomberg. And of course, my first place of reference was to the IMF's website. And I'll read briefly what the IMF had to say. I also want to show you Prime Minister. Did I get it here? No, I didn't get her yet. Give me just a second, guys. Because I have to call list, I want to hear. I want to hear from Liz about this, guys. Una know say Liz have to chime in pan this. The last time Liz talk over here was before she went to Paris. Remember that Liz was over in Paris for the Olympic for a while, and we hadn't talked to her. So Liz hopefully is gonna join in with us tonight, and she's gonna give us her opinion on what she thinks about this developing news. Mega also telling you about what people are saying. Sorry, guys. What Jamaicans are saying, how they feel about the whole thing. That's important too. So that's why I said we're going to be a while tonight. We're going to talk about it. Hold on. So right there we have Sister Motley from over Barbados, the Prime Minister of Barbados. This is what she had to say. She was one of the first people, actually, in terms of prime ministers in other countries. She was one of the first to jump out and come give her congratulations. You all know that Barbados is a friend of the People's National Party, particularly Mia Motley, who is the in-law of Senator Donna Scott Motley. So this is what Miss Mia had to say. Prime Minister Mia, Barbados Prime Minister, congratulates Dr. Clarke on his IMF appointment. But look at what the PNP, and when I say the PNP, I'm talking about Bunting and Golding. Because you know them are the only one that will come with them nastiness. So here they know. Them congratulate Nigel, but in the same breath, they're saying they have questions if the move is abandonment of a sinking ship. Now, guys, me and una know say the IMF not going to take up nobody put pan them leadership and them executive from a country that is a sinking ship. There's much as some of we might look on Jamaica and say all the bad. There are much good about Jamaica. Some of us, we don't look at Jamaica as a whole. We look at what is wrong in these different sectors, but we don't look at the country as a whole. And if Jamaica was doing so horribly financially, the IMF would never take up somebody from a country like that is irresponsible, fiscally irresponsible and stuff like that, and put them on, on their thing. So that is ridiculous. I mean, me personally, I don't see this as a victory for the Jamaica Labour Party. They may take it that way, and that's fine. I see this as a good and a positive thing for Jamaica, because when the IMF look in at Jamaica, when they're looking at Jamaica, they don't really look on the politics and see no green or orange like we. You understand? Or like most Jamaicans. Them see Nigel as a Jamaican. Me personally think that Nigel wasn't really a politician. I've always thought that Nigel was a kind of a goofy guy, kind of a nerd a little bit, and that's fine, But he's not a politician, really. He's more of a executive, administrative type of person. Maybe this is what is good for him. We don't know. We'll see. But let me just tell you now. Nigel is supposed to start his new job October 31st. So he's not leaving right this minute. I assume he's going to be moving to Washington, D.C. or somewhere in the U.S. and he may bring his family. I assume he's going to bring his family with him. So that all takes time. So the person that he's replacing, she is stepping down September 12th, right? So it's not an immediate thing, right? Now, let me just tell you guys what the IMF had to say about Nigel. Hold on there, guys. Hold on there. The IMF says Mr. Clarke is an exceptional public servant and policymaker with proven leadership. in institution building and economic crisis management, who has stewarded his country's economy to a stronger and more sustainable position. Since 2016, he has been the IMF's chief counterpart and successive and historically successful programs for Jamaica, including an extended fund facility, a precautionary standby arrangement, and most recently, a precautionary liquidity line plus resilience and sustainability facility, leaving the country with robust economic fundamentals. Nigel also brings a wealth of experience from a stellar private sector career. Because, I have heard a few people asking kind of like his credentials to be appointed. So that's why I am delivering this piece here to you. And this was written by the people at the IMF. Mr. Clarke has been Jamaica's finance minister and public servant and a member of parliament since March 2018. And like I told you guys today in my upload, I heard a while ago, years ago, that when Nigel first ventured into politics, he wanted to join the PNP. I won't tell you what else I heard, but it didn't work out, There was no place for him there. So he joined the JLP. Prior to this, he served as Ambassador of Economic Affairs from 2016. During this period, he spearheaded ambitious national reforms, including central bank independence, creation of an independent fiscal commission, as well as other tax policy, public body governance, public procurement, public sector compensation, and public investment management reforms. He also led Jamaica's economic policy response to the COVID-19 pandemic with innovative and well-targeted policy support and completed privatizations and public-private partnerships of major infrastructure assets. Under his stewardship, Jamaica implemented a multi-layered disaster risk financing model and became the first small country to independently sponsor a catastrophe bond with World Bank assistance. In 2023, Jamaica successfully completed its first ever international issue of a local currency denominated bond. In 2022, Mr. Clarke was elected chairman of the Board of Governors of the Inter-American Development Bank and the Inter-American Investment Corporation. Prior to his public service career, he was vice chairman and chief financial officer of the Muson Group, a regional conglomerate, having started his career as an equity derivatives trader at Goldman Sachs in London. Mr. Clarke holds a PhD in numerical analysis from Oxford University, where he was a Rhodes Scholar, and a Master of Science degree in applied statistics, also from Oxford, while he was a Commonwealth Scholar. He also holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Math and Computer Science from the University of the West Indies, where he was a Jamaica Independent Scholar. So Nigel Clarke has put in the work academically to obtain all his degrees. Guys, if anybody has spent time in college, whether they spend 2 years, 4 years, or 6 years or more, you understand how hard and stressful it is to obtain an education that you plan to rely on for the rest of your career and the rest of your working life. So he has put in the work to obtain academic success. So that's one of the things that they talked about. They also talk about his performance. The average person in Jamaica wouldn't really see, and some perhaps don't understand, the performance and the policy and the this and the that they talk about. You understand? So Nigel has put in the work, as me say, and he's deserving. I think he's deserving of, his appointment. And I say congratulations on behalf of this platform. If there's anybody in the chat, who don't think Nigel Clarke is deserving of this position, Give us a nay. Moderator, call the phone if there's anybody with any contending view. Because we want to hear from the people, let me know. We want to hear if anybody feel like say boy, him not deserve it. You understand? Now me hear some people attack say, well, honestly, the people who are really saying this are the Dayton Campbell and that little small tribe. Them attack like say, you know, there's problems to come on doing this whole fear mongering thing, you know, this what I call it now, alarmist kind of thing. I don't believe it because, as I said, guys, the IMF, them not just take up people and appoint them like that. They watch you. They see how you work. They see how you approach things and stuff like that. They're not just going to take up people just like that. You understand? So what Dayton Campbell and them are saying, guys, make sure so you not get to the news from people who make sense. Not get to the news from nobody where put up about Nigel Clarke, mash up Jamaica and go away and read. That is foolishness. That is a lie. Okay? Jamaica is a small country. Survived the COVID-19 pandemic without a fear borrow money from people and gone in a debt. Remember good. There are a lot of countries that feared off way worse than Jamaica with the COVID. That's just one example. So no make nobody telling about Nigeria mash up economy. The economy started to get better. Economy started to get better when Portia Simpson Miller, Dr. Phillips, and with this administration collectively. Because if this government never come in and practice fiscal responsibility and do all of the good things them, we would have the back to square one. We don't back to square one. We don't worse off than 2012. So don't make nobody come tell you no foolishness about say Nigel Clarke mash up economy and I go away. Nothing no go says lie and wickedness and political operation. Now I am gonna play what Dr. Phillips had to say about the breaking news. And then me have something very interesting for show no. To play for uno and show no how people wicked. And show no how God vindicate people who are good. And what God do with people who are not good. But let me just find the recording for Dr. Phillips. And then me go call Liz. This is Dr. Peter Phillips, guys. And he had some things to say over blunderbuss them. So I'm going to say, you know, it's interesting and I want you guys to hear it. So I'm going to just play a little bit tight phone. Hold on, give me a second.
First class.
All right, guys, sit here now.
Phillips. Good evening, Dr. Phillips.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Tell me, your reaction to the news this morning that Dr. Phillips is, Dr. Clarke is on his way to the IMF.
No, I think congratulations are due to him. It is an important and well-deserved accolade for him to be appointed as one of the deputy managing directors. And an indication not just of his own accomplishments personally, but I think it puts the Caribbean and Jamaica and Latin America in a position to have a voice in the senior levels of the staff of the International Monetary Fund. While he is not likely to be directly overseeing Jamaica or Jamaica's programs, nevertheless, it is good to have somebody from the developing world able to empathize with, understand, and speak from experience about the situation in the emerging markets. So yes, all told that is good. Speaking personally, as I said to you myself earlier, I would hope that we'll be able to benefit in Jamaica from a voice, a considered voice to reflect on the challenges of growth, which is something that has eluded us in the country, sustainable economic growth, and where I think the tenor of the debate globally is moving away from notions of trickle down and to in the direction of clear-cut industrial policies and growth plans that would enable different countries in different situations to cross the line into the ranks of developed countries. And it's certainly it's a debate that is needed here in Jamaica and the Caribbean. And I think Nigel Clarke's experience would make him an important contributor to such a debate. But I'm hopeful that despite the fact that he'll be, based elsewhere, that when such a debate gets underway, as I hope it will, and in Jamaica, and include not just in fact, not even primarily the representatives of political parties, but other elements, other stakeholders in the country as well, that we'll be able to get some benefit from his experience and from his exposure to thinking in the wider world.
Dr. Phillips, sir.
Yeah, guys, that's as much as I will play because it's a bit long, so I don't want to take up too much time on the program with that. I'm reading some of the comments here, and clearly there are members from the Rise United cult that are not happy that Nigel Clarke was offered this job and that, he's getting congratulations from the people who matter, such as Dr. Peter Phillips, Prime Minister Mia Mottley, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, among other people and members of the society. Now, I see an interesting comment. I don't know which side that person is from. And it doesn't really matter to me, really, because the person was not vile and vicious and coming with the nasty comments. And I don't know why I didn't put this thing on subscribers only for people to comment. But I see somebody said that Nigel Clarke take a job, something about brain drain. Listen, you cannot stop people from taking jobs other places. I mean, in every administration, you have people who may not want to be there anymore. You have people who may want to try something else. Look at how many press secretaries the United States president changed. I think he changed like 2 or 3 press secretaries. One of my favorite ones, she's now on MSNBC doing her own show. And it wasn't that she was a bad press secretary or she didn't love her job. She just had other aspirations, and that's okay. There are many people in Jamaica who are talented, and that is why people migrate, people fill them position. That's just how it is. You think people don't leave America and go elsewhere, go work, either as expats or whatever? People do things like that. You can't stop them. That don't mean them are bad people or them have bad intentions and them something there. Nigel are 52 years old. Nigel give him whole youthful career to Jamaica. If you want to decide to go take one job, if you want to be somewhere where him can expand his skill set, as a finance minister in Jamaica, he's only dealing with the country and all these things, and he's done what he was appointed to do. I just read to you the performance, the things we're doing in capacity as finance minister, which the IMF, admired. So he did his thing. Maybe at this point in time, I'm not speaking for him, I'm just saying these are the possibilities. Maybe at this point in time, Nigel wants to be someplace else where he can expand himself a bit, where he has more responsibilities or different variables, that he's dealing with. It could also be a personal decision. Maybe his kids, want to go to school in Washington. I don't know. But we should be happy for him. We should welcome the next person who is going to take his job and hope that they will do just as good. You know what I mean? And I'm not worried. Like, me see the local propagandists, them a go around about say, like them a say nobody now can fill Nigel's pattern. Some of the labor rights them a talk so too. We have to stop it. Don't do that. There are people in Jamaica who are talented and who are smart. Just like how the PNP people them say, a Mark Golden alone can lead. A Mark Golden the worst leader in the world, what me ever say. To make it look like there is nobody else in the PNP capable of doing anything. I mean, know say if me put my dog were dead and gone in the leadership of the PNP, he do a better job than Mark Golden. Talented people in Jamaica suffer and little down with thing and narrow down with thing. I trust Andrew Holness's judgment that he will put somebody there who is competent, right? And maybe Nigel can have a meeting with that person before October 31st and, give some little tips and say, this is what we were doing or whatever question the person has to ask. That's what we do as human beings, as fellow Jamaicans. When you hear what the people them saying at the intro of this video, country first. We put your country first. And that we are deal with us so now. So me not have nothing to say but congratulations to Nigel. It's a good look for Jamaica. Me like to see talented people get put on the front page of everything when it comes on to Jamaica. So if one man floor is another man's ceiling. Some of you will want to talk the worst thing about the man. I'm going to play one video and I want to show you how people wicked. Some of you will talk bad things about the man. Them say one man floor is another man's ceiling. Left him alone. Him is the IMF ceiling right now. You understand? Some of you some undermine and some saboteur. And that's why Jamaica can better because you don't like to use the mouth and bring down everything and everybody. We want to see. I do a look good enough to stop it, man. You see people with other mindset there? You see for them personal life is nothing but a failure. Because why? Same like how they see the worst in everybody all the time. I saw them see the worst in themselves. A projection them I deal with. And me not see nobody life can go nowhere when all they do is see the worst in a people and see the worst in themselves. Then just now go tell us they see the worst in themselves. But how they see themselves, them a project on other people. Right? Me I tell you now a little secret. You see, what Peter Bunting and Garnet Roper said about Nigel Clarke in 2018, that hurt me to the core. I have never really had a conversation with anybody about it. But when I saw that interview, the language that was used against a fellow Jamaican, it doesn't matter to me if them are Labour right or PNP or no P. But when you are going to come on some stupid ass program talking about you're probing, what the hell are you probing? You're probing. And you come out and you say the worst thing about the youth. And if I were Nigel's mother, trust me, would have hurt. Peter Bunting and Garnet Roper. Me no know if I the devil them sleep with the night before. But these men, what they said about Nigel, it better have them to take a stone and lick him in his head. Me gonna make on a hear it, you know. But what they came out and said about Nigel Clarke, I just uploaded a video and I included this in here just to show you. Just to show you. So the people them we call them people a mount murderer. The people them come with the most vicious and vile thing for say about people. For no reason, you know. Nigel no trouble them, you know. All the man do are going on an election with somebody where them endorse. You know, endorse the people them and go about on the business, una fi depend on something here. I televise it. For talk in front of the nation. Say, Nigel Clarke remind you know of a black man from slavery time. Jesus Christ, man. You say if I did my picnic, if Nigel was my son or my daughter, and then low life, yeah, my picnic when me send go to school, my picnic when me grow good, and them say them a minister and them a MP and this and that, and come and say them thing about my picnic. Trust me, Jamaica that turn upside down. I'm going to say Jamaica that turn upside down. I go in office, I go on media, I go everywhere and bring them down. Yeah, me do that for my picnic. That's some mistake. Me is that parent. For those of you who saw this movie, you know what this movie is about. This is what they likened Nigel Clarke to. A black man from the time of colonial times. And you saw life go, them come with Mark Golding. So if them supposed to did push Nigel back in a colonial times that wanted to, if them supposed to push back Nigel, according to them, I can make on a year, no, but just tell you no. If them want to push Nigel in a colonial times to make him look less than, because even in a colonial times, the black people, them and the black man, them wanted to be somebody. Them never want to be the footstool of people like Mark Golding. Yeah, me could go back in a colonial times then. Since that they want to. The black man and woman, them in a Mark Golding colonial time. In a colonial time. Them never want to be nobody footstool. So why that analogy was made is beyond me. But if we should take Mark Golding and put him back into colonial times like them do with Nigel, Mark Golding would have been the master for true. That's why Nigel calls the master Mark. He studying history now. Anyway, make I put on the video and make on the hear what go on. I'm going to show you why God wipe him foot on them people here and left them in a dirty water.
There's a part of us that likes the Nigel Clarke type, you know. Here is a son of a judge, son of a teacher, who then became children.
Hold on, guys, hold on. They want to tell me in the comment, what is the Nigel Clarke type? Me not understand. Before we go any further, because me get upset when me listen to them people here, you know. When me listen to what them people are saying, you know. Me say if Nigel Clarke was even my cousin, my second, third, fourth, fifth cousin, I done them. From them time there. What is the Nigel Clarke time? I'm looking at a comment. Nigel Clarke is a Jamaican, him is a black man. Him is a husband, him is a father. Him is a scholar, him smart. Him is a member of parliament and him is a finance minister. What is the Nigel Clarke type? What is the Nigel Clarke type, people? Don't tell me. The Nigel Clarke type. You see them come with segregation, separation, discrimination in the politics. So you don't see it. All right. Wife style. Me see what you say. Nigel Clarke type now. Class and intellect bothers them. Okay. Well, you know, when they were talking, they were talking on behalf of the woman named Keisha Hill. Keisha Hill said she was a school principal. So I guess she would have fallen in that class. I don't know. The Nigel Clarke type. Because when me hear that, you know, I just name out what Nigel Clarke is, you know. You have a whole heap of Nigel Clarke in Jamaica. You have them over in the diaspora, so too. And we not shame of them. We're proud of them. And we like to see them do well. Anyway, make we hear what the deadbeat them say.
There's a part of us that likes the Nigel Clarke type, you know. Here is a son of a judge, son of a teacher, who then became children's advocate, Rhodes Scholar, bright at math. I'm not sure if he succeeded as much as you would have thought his reputation has, and very, if you might say, British-esque in his persona and so on. What do you think are his kind of strengths or weaknesses, as you see it?
Well, I think Nigel is clearly somebody who's also, has outstanding academic achievement and qualifications. In a sense, he reminds me of the black Englishman of colonial times, the sort of who aspired to be sort of black royalty. Somebody like Hugh Small's father, Justice Small, was spoken about in those ways. You had somebody like Ludlow Moody, Dr. Ludlow Moody, who was Norman Manley's brother-in-law, very much in that sort of mold, the Esquire type. The Esquire type, great English, British education, and sort of, in a sense, mimicking the values and the affectations of the former colonial masters. So, the sort of classical music, appreciation, etc. Very much, in a sense, culturally contrasting with the sort of rural, down-to-earth ethos of Keisha Hill.
It's remarkable though that it's not just about the kind of Jamaicanness and what it means to be Jamaican that is that issue. I think also profoundly there is an issue about how is the parliament to be comprised. Is it to be comprised of people who live in the constituency, who represent in a very real sense, the aspirations, who understand the struggle. Keisha Hill is 40 years, she claims, having lived in that country, is aware of the shortcomings and so on, versus the kind of technocrat type, if you don't mind the Bolshevik that so many of us are part of, who well-lettered, who come as experts. And there is a sense in which the suggestion is that the Jamaican people gravitate toward the expert type, and perhaps that's why we are where we are as a people. The real development has not taken place because more and more of the vehicles of the people's empowerment is taken away from them. Perhaps Keisha represents a chance to give the people more say.
Undoubtedly, I think we have inherited perhaps a certain elitism in terms of the profile of somebody we look for as a leader. But the truth is, if we consider Parliament and politics as a vehicle through which the various interests and sectors in society are balanced, and you prevent, for example, a capitalist class and the free market excesses.
Yes, guys, so that was hard to listen to, but I played it for you guys so you will all hear it, so you will know what these people are. You hear them talking about the classical music and appreciation. I love classical music and I appreciate classical music. So when them a try say, no, me I want know, me I from the colonial times. When you saw them people are out of order. Now, if you say you give me an endorsement, because all this talk that they were doing, they were trying to endorse Keisha Hill, a PNP who was running against Nigel Clarke. Now, if me ask you for an endorsement, or you say you're going to give me an endorsement, if your endorsement is to do what these idiots did, I don't want it. That's not how you endorse somebody. You endorse somebody, and if you say you're going to campaign for somebody, you go out there and you tell the people why you are supporting this person. They just talked for over 3 minutes. Not once did you hear them laud Keisha and say, this is why we are support her. This is why the whole time, them there on Nigel bring him down. What kind of dirty people them here? What kind of mount murderer people them here? You don't see them are good people from a long time there. And you see what come up now? Where is Garnet Roper today? Garnet Roper, and I'm taking no pleasure in saying this because I am not the type of person who take sickness and curse people. I don't do that. But I'm telling you for the sake of telling you. So as we are today, Garnet Roper, I heard the last time I spoke to somebody who knew of his condition. Them same have a stroke and him in a care facility. And as you know, Peter Bunting, I think he's 64 years old now, lost his seat since then and lost the presidency of the People's National Party. Right? My belief is this. You see, I don't believe the universe is set up a way that you can continue doing wickedness to people and just get through life nice. It don't work that way. One day, you have to meet your Waterloo. As some my people them grow me. So for Nigel now, come stand before the country and before the world. And this is a major accomplishment, let me say. Yes, it is. I don't care what nobody want to say about Nigel this and bring them negative. There's no negative spin that can be put on this. If you don't want to spin it, you go talk to the IMF. Go and talk to the resume of Nigel, what them put up, and the performance and all this beauty. You go talk to them there. You can't come spin nothing negative on the man. There's a time and place for everything. This is not the time and place. There's nothing negative that can be said about this appointment. And that's why even though the corrupted mind people them from in a PNP will want to use their mouth and bring down the man. Them can't talk without using the word congratulations, even if they don't mean it, because they know that this is a big deal. I just want to say thanks to Mia Mottley, Prime Minister Mia Mottley, for coming out and, we see Mia Mottley as one of the most strident leaders of the region. Big on climate change, climate justice, all over the world. So when Mia speaks, we stop and we listen. And I just want to acknowledge Mia for acknowledging the good that just happened today. Jamaica and Jamaica people, we must see the good in ourselves. Because I can tell you right now, see a lot of Jamaican people, they don't look upon themselves as how other people would have looked upon way. Many people may say, boy, you guys are so lucky. You have your own culture, you have your own cuisine, you have a unique history, you have beautiful white sand beaches, you have a rich culture. I think I just said that. We have so much to be grateful for. We have smart people. We have one and two look wicked bad mind people, but them in the minority. We not count them there. We burn out them there without apology. But Jamaica people must learn to appreciate our country and our people a little more. And especially those who leave Jamaica and go get school in abroad, whether by choice or whatever, and them decide to come back to Jamaica and serve. We must appreciate people like those. Because a whole heap of people come abroad and get academic success and them something there. Just say, sure, we'll just visit back home. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you decide to do. But those who come and say, boy, certain things might be a little less difficult, because we are still a developing country. And them still decide, say, them will go back to Jamaica, go serve them country. Big up them the people there. We're not talking about look at unscrupulous people, We're not talking about the bunting and the gold in them are unscrupulous, because we know them as political scavenger, We're not talking about them there. And we don't make no apology when we call them political scavenger, because that is what they are. You see what just happened with Proven Wealth? Me tell you over here from June. From June, me tell you So them in a serious financial problem, are gonna lose so much money. And you see the news come out last week. So they lose $280 million the quarter ending in June. So I wasn't lying. My sources, they would have never tell me a lie. But for some reason, it was just published last week. And I noticed when it was published, they put Christopher Williams on the front page of the Gleaner. But they didn't put the other co-founders, Bunting and Golden, on the front page of the Gleaner. You can't trick we, you know. You cannot trick we. Because them are co-founder too. So today, Nigel got appointed to the IMF while them there lose $280 million Jamaican in the first quarter approval. Wanna see how God work? Wanna see how God work? Which part them ever go? Which part they ever go wave Jamaica flag high in a one positive way? They could never. And that's why I'm saying at the upload when me do. Say Nigel at this point in time, them the two wicked heart man, they will try to bring it on in the worst way. And me I tell you say if me was your mother or your sister or your cousin, me I tell you say when my mouth done with them, but me I not related, but me I bring them down here now too, cause true thing. Me I talk with them do. But you come out victorious, so you have to look on them now and tell them say, do this and beat you. You can't go to Washington go work. Bunting can't do that. Because remember what the ambassador say about him, he is a mischievous, wicked, mischievous informer. So Bunting can't put a foot at Washington. The last time Bunting come America, he have to tap down at Florida. He couldn't come past Florida. Because from the ambassador talk out in business and talk out in wicked. Him so shame. From the letter get sent down at the US embassy about the wickedness them when do with the local cult to him have a lead. The local cult to him have I put on social media for this up people and character assassinate people. From the people them hear about that, I've talked about him a politician. They sideline him. His file get leaked. Him used to love gather file pan people. His file get leaked to the US embassy. And the ambassador find him out. So him cannot come to Washington and work. Nowhere. Nowhere. Every senator out there know him business. I know me talk it or the ambassador talk it. So you know see how God work? You know see how God work? Make a call Lizzie 990. What time I know? Now make them come here come tell them about say Nigel get work and Nigel leave the country. In a shambles or none of them dirty, nasty, wicked language. They are wicked with their mouth from people. You understand? You see through me now what happened to me stop talk. Me call this. If I talk any longer out here, the blood of Jesus. Proof is soon gone down, you know. Adapt them figure watch. And if when them talk about economy or this and that, then I know say approval first I go down. Proven first is going down. Remember? You just said something that is true. Favor Williams left a lucrative job at Wall Street, came back home to give service for less remuneration. One heap of people do it. Jamaican people are some of the most patriotic people in the world. You see how Jamaica bring down the girl. Hold on there. Liz? What, man? All right, well, MSNBC over here, so you know, Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Good night, you're live. Liz, tonight we are talking about Nigel Clarke. I'm sure you heard the news. I just heard Dr. Phillips congratulating him over on Blunderbuss them channel. And I want to know what you have to say about this, Liz. Because Beatings attack, Beat and them are the only one in the world where they go say congratulations, but him I wonder if it's a sinking ship, Nigel around leave. Now, who would you say is a sinking ship? The boy when I no seat and in front them? Bad mind?
Yeah, man.
Whoa, my stomach.
It's a total hopeless case, so you would not understand the implication of what has happened. Because, as I said, I haven't heard the full story, but I've been talking to you people about it. I'm talking to you, and what has happened, the work that was done from 2012 in the Ministry of Finance by one of the world's greatest economists, Dr. Peter David Phillips. And then Dr. Phillips' work has been recognized by the IMF in terms of the development of the economic program, where when she came to Jamaica, Lagarde adopted it and said, wow. And she took it to the IMF and said it's going to become a policy program that every country, when they come to the IMF to negotiate, has to use. Now, Nigel was asked to invited home to work with Dr. Phillips. Unfortunately, things happened inside the PNP, and he never get a chance to come. But what has happened to the country is that the economic program written for Dr. Phillips, by Dr. Phillips, when he became Minister of Finance, goes up to 2025, that's next year. And so that program has successfully propelled Jamaica's economic situation and stability coming from where it's coming from. And so Nigel continued the program in the Ministry of Finance. And this is his reward. So it's congratulations. Jamaican. It is doing, because people say, oh, I reggae music and this and that. Politics has put quality, top of the line, quality politics has put Jamaica on the map long ago. And this is just another step, another feather in our cap. But as I said, we must congratulate the work done by Peter David Phillips, the foundation built, and Dr. Nigel Clarke continued the process. And the hearing is to be rewarded, going to the IMF as anybody with aspiration to serve, and this is on the global stage, would accept the position. But when only hear people...
Hold on there. What you say? Because me hear some people, me hear a few people, just a handful, and you know what kind of people are saying this. This is the Golding Line people who are questioning Nigel's patriotism. A man who just served how much years at Jamaica, Them are questioning patriotism, like them say him shouldn't take the job or him shouldn't go nowhere. What you have to say about that?
Who said that? Mark Money?
Not him directly, man, but me hear a couple of people that are aligned, where you call them blogger or vlogger, where you want him.
Well, you see, that is the what you call it now, the crooks or the fly in the ointment. Now, these people who are aligned with that grouping has no authority. When let me just say, no moral authority to question the young man's achievement. Because as I said, it is not just about Nigel, it is about Jamaica and the Jamaican qualitative political, because there are brilliant persons coming out of our Jamaican school system. The school system must be congratulated too. And the Jamaica political scene, there are top of the line people produced by this country in the political arena and the economic space also. And as I said, the work was done, the brilliance of the work was done. The world knows of it, of Dr. Peter David Phillips, who asked Nigel to come home and work. But unfortunately, some things happened along the way. And now this young man, having continued the work that he came and found in the Ministry of Finance.
So Nigel, hold on the list. Nigel, in the IMS writing today that they posted on their social on their website, they talked about some things that Nigel himself developed aside from what was inherited by Peter Phillips. So I just want to make it clear that it wasn't just that Nigel continued the work of what Dr. Phillips did, but he himself, Nigel Clarke, with his qualification, created some policies and some different things as well. I read it before you came on, so I just wanted to put clarity to that to the audience. And for anybody with any questions in the comment about whether Dr. Phillips played a role in where the economy is, he did, and that's fact. So this is why when we say that it's about Jamaica, right? It is, because it's not a one-man show. You had and Nigel Clarke. One of the things that I admire about him is that every time he talks about Jamaica's economy, he never fails, whether it be in the House of Parliament or on some finance, news media thingy. Him always said that Dr. Phillips and portion that he always gives them credit. So nobody don't come in at the comment come like when I want to discredit Dr. Phillips or anybody who was there before him. But as I just corrected the record, what Liz is saying, Nigel did come in and do some things that were not inherited. So I hope that that makes it clear, and that is a fact. And if anybody wants to challenge, go right ahead. Now, Liz, on the topic of whether Nigel can be replaced, that's also another thing. The Prime Minister has shortlisted a few people either to replace Nigel in the finance ministry and also to replace him as member of parliament. So there are a few people who say, boy, we don't really know if Ray and Nigel is so brilliant. You will mostly hear this coming from members of the JLP. What you have to say about the replacement?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't know who has been named in terms of replacing him in the Ministry of Finance itself and the Member of Parliament for Northwest Dandro. But here again, whoever the replacement is, here again, the Rise United Movement Party has been caught off guard.
Why you say that?
Yeah, man, they are ill-prepared, and this shows up that the organization is a set of buffoons who actually captured the plenty of monetary gains, and the whole thing now is blowing up in their faces. In the ministry itself, one of the things I was looking at when I heard the news today, it would be a great move on Andrew Holness' part. It has never been done before. To ask Dr. Peter Phillips to take on back the ministry. I'm just being provocative.
That is definitely provocative, Liz. I wonder what the people... Hey, Lord, me love my country more than me love my party. Repeat after me, Liz. Me love my country more than... People, when you hit the like button for me now, please. When I get good content over here, good reasoning, things will make sense. When you hit the like button, we love the country more than we love a party. Everybody type it in the comment, guys. We love a country more than we love a party.
It would be fabulous to ask Dr. Phillips.
This is a joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica.
To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey, move out my way.
No way we can ever support this guy to be in such an important role. And so if it takes speaking at a Democratic convention to beat him, to get my party back, to get my country back, then so be it. That's what I'm willing to do.
And that's because I love
Yes, guys, welcome back. Wanna love with the country more than love with the party. Wanna talking and coming. Lord Jesus, we love a country more than what a beautiful thing it is. We can come home. Boy, may I tell you.
Yes, and that is why persons like us has been in resistance to the invading UK born persons and what they have done to be wrecking our country.
Mm-hmm.
And so in order for the economic program to continue
Mm-hmm.
and to create the stability to make it continue to grow so that eventually the populace can enjoy the benefits of what the country is working for. I think Andrew only should ask Dr. Phillips publicly. It wouldn't change his political view.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't change
a coalition.
Yeah, but in the national interest, in the national interest, the country's interest, me as Prime Minister would ask Dr. Peter David Phillips to take the job as Minister of Finance.
I wonder what the audience, we're not talking in comment. What do you think about that? Because I don't know. And I like say, me not say other people not qualify, you know. I think Liz, why are you saying that? Because you know what Dr. Phillips is what I say now, performance history is. I don't know. It would be very interesting to see who the government is going to use to replace Nigel Clarke. He's a hard act to follow, I think, you know, and that's the thing with the politics. Me talk earlier, Lizzie never over here, but me talk earlier, say, Nigel to me, him not really, Nigel is not really no politician. Him is more of a man we can deal with things like crafting policies and deal with administrative stuff. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah, him not really, the politics not really fit him to me.
And that's why I'm saying that you get, in order to maintain a sort of equilibrium in your economic status, is to ask. It has never been done before.
No.
In the national interest, because the whole world still are seeing what the assault and the attacks on a brilliant mind, a son of the soil, a man who puts country first, and was this young man also.
Then Liz, all that in working at the parliament now. Because Dr. Phillips would have to start go back to parliament and go sit down on the opposition side, you know that. You know that it work, you know.
No, not necessarily. Yes, that don't. Well, it would not necessarily change. See, and based on the leave situation, it could, because you can televise your presentation from home. You know.
Maybe ask him. Maybe you could ask him to be an advisor. Maybe ask him to be an advisor of the next
He could work from Zoom, from home, make his presentation to the parliament from Zoom.
I don't know, it would more be appropriate if he would be an advisor as a senior farmer, finance minister, and be an advisor. But I don't know about the appointment with the political lines being crossed. And Lord Jesus, sometimes the politics really complicate things, but I say it go.
You see, one must consider the personality too. It's not a tribe. And look, you see, when you just earlier said the baboon accused pedophilia.
Oh Lord Jesus, Liz, top Frank calling man pedophile over here. Me not laugh.
I said pedophile. Anyhow, the ignorance of these people is questioning why this young man is advanced, not realizing that this is advanced in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
And when you hear ignorant utterances like those, then you have to call it out. And when you look at the situation, what Jamaica really need right now. Because we have areas where we are going through a situation rough and tough. So, but when you look at it still among his party membership, right?
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, the Minister of Health is also a trained economist. So
wait. Me not think so, man. Me not. What tough to have him degree in marketing, PhD in marketing, guys. Me not think of finance.
I think it's economics.
I don't think so. I think it's. I think he has a doctorate in marketing. Lord Jesus, Andrew Woness, I forgot think long and hard about this because I mean, me no know. Some high level meeting I forgot keep. And so me not say the people them incapable, but what me I say is when it comes on to the economy, people, Mark Golden and Peter Bunting must not then nowhere near with economy, whether tomorrow, next year, the year after, 10 years later. You know why? You see what is happening with DB and with Proven right now? Them well want going to government for spin the economy and make sure say for them business not getting a problem. You know who they come to that's something there? What the man name again? That man they used to be. He's an author. I think he's still alive. You would remember what his name is. Him did write one article already and said that there's a conflict of interest with the finance ministry if the PNP comes to power with a Golden and Bunting in there and with them financial business in there. Him target a PNP man target,
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm trying to remember.
What his name again, man?
Not only that. Not looking at the present situation only. Doing all the research. Mark Golden and Peter Bunting as being member of the three-letter bank were the initiator of the most devastating financial meltdown in any country's history, which resulted in a company under then Finance Minister Omar Davis called FinTech that destroyed almost 200 small businesses, totally wrecked the economy of the financial sector of the country in that massive meltdown, and it was rescued. The situation was rescued by a program that Dr. Phillips put forward in the meeting of the cabinet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And out of that, so nowhere in hell, people must, you say the ordinary person must read more. They must listen more.
That's true, man.
Take politics to joke. It is serious. They must know who these people are. No way, and see, they are now, the other them changing name, but I'm still in a banking financing. And this other company is also in serious trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So nowhere in hell. Look at this what has happened to the great political party, people that are founded by Norman Manley, where Mark Golden was illegally put in office. The PMP itself, financially, under Mark Golden 4 years, is totally bankrupt. Nobody now give no money. So the party, the PMP 89 all upwards has been locked down. I think there is severe staff cut with people gone home. No staff can be paid, etc. But nowhere in hell, any of them today can be allowed to touch any Ministry of Finance.
I want to trust them.
Prime Ministership. Eh?
I want to trust them now. Because not even the people them. Not even the. No, me I say not. It's a dangerous thing, you know. And me not just ask for asking only. The people them to understand say them your money we call them gangster capitalists, don't it?
They are gangster capitalists.
Them by PMP.
And the pay increase, you know. He has taken it, he has been using it. I remember he lied that he was going to give it to charity. Not one single charity has received a cent in take the money and has spend it on himself.
Not only that, the $10 million when tell the comrades them say him go give them if them elect him, right? Nobody not see no paperwork at the $10 million and nobody not see nothing. Hey, people, you say if you ever put them here, people have to come wreck the country again. Me say I done with doing, you know, Jamaica, you know.
No. Just look at the economic situation of the People's National Party, the Great People's National Party. Just look at that economic situation, and it tells you what kind of rapacious youngster capitalists these two persons are. Just look at the situation in a constituency. The economics of South St. Andrew is in tatters, right? The economic status of Bunting political future is in tatters. Them cannot pay staff. The PMP headquarters is now a mausoleum, as I said.
And them say them have how much money?
They're right. It was just a matter of glitter, right? The boost and what have you. Because them can't move the ineffective, inefficient Campbell from the EOJ because he's getting $9 million a month or more. And that only is helping them to pop up their business because they cannot manage with any authority and any quality economics and financing. They can't allow Bunting a degree from McGill and Florida University in a finance, but they're not very good, and the results are showing because mass staff migration out of proven wealth is also very, very high, and people are not being told of these things. So no way, people must simple economics, you know, is you and your husband in the household. Him earn a dollar a week, and you earn $50, 50 cents a week. And when your husband come home and does the financial situation by him order, and give you $50, 50 cents story, put by your to run the household, and you manage to provide food, pay the bills, etc. 1 cent leave. It tells you that your household economic policy is qualitatively being done and being run, because we're still living within the means and living good. Now, when you look at the two of them, them can't manage that. That them get in go home and give Sandra a dollar or 50 cents out time dollar. But poor Sandra now spend, instead of spending on $1 with the 250 cents, Sandra spending $1.50, and it a cause it a cause deficit in the household. You understand? And then feeding 50 cents is even worse. Him only have 50 cents to live and well. And he must spend $75, which is another 75 cents, which is another 25 cents of deficit. So now we're in hell. Nobody can go look on them because them can't run the PMP, but them grab clips and them buy. Them can't run them constituency. Because good politician, you know, is represented by the work done in constituency and how them run the economics of them constituency, which affect the social life of the constituency and the political life. And them two men and have it, one get booted, and no other constituency has decided to accept him up to now, 4 years later, and he's still rolling around like a rolling stone. He has gathered no mark. So no constituency want him. So him have no economic program at all.
Where was Garnet Roper? Where was he?
Garnet Roper?
Yep.
It was in with the PMP working inside. With the PMP.
He wasn't a member of parliament?
No, man, he was just a part of the PMP team of what you call it, advisors.
Women are advised.
He was never parliamentary member, a senator, or not, but he was a part of the PMP team.
Who me that advise? How we me that advise?
He was part of government during the time of PJ Patriotism stewardship of the party.
And we didn't get them a people. Liz, we didn't get them a people. Dayton Campbell, Peter Bunting, Garnet Roper, where one the name Omar. We didn't get them people here from for coming up see them a politician. Talk it truth.
Omar Davis was selected. Omar Davis was a lecturer in economics. He's an economist too.
And them do the worst destruction to the PNP. Jesus, Father, no sir.
When he was selected, he was invited into the national politics by PJ Patriotism.
See, Miss Joan said Roper was a talk show host. Me not remember him.
Who?
Roper, Miss Joan said was a talk show host, but me not remember him.
He was on Power 106. He wrote columns in the paper. He was a part of the organization, the board of JUTC. At the level where he was inside the politics and inside the PNP administration, he wasn't doing he wasn't bad because it was like in the transport sector, right? And that they working in that level. What happened now? They became part of the the saboteurs and the undermining by the building the quiet clandestine organizing of the Rise United movement within the party.
Then look here now.
God has spoken to him.
You remember when they were so-called doing some kind of crap what they call probe, right? Bunting do that they want sitting when they probe look attention. And when they supposed to probe him, never had a probe, but we are probing backside, I'm under the spotlight, wickedly. Right now. Now, this thing here what them did that do, and for a man who is a reverend, him call himself Reverend Garnet Roper. Did you hear the things he said about Nigel? Him and Bunting stand up together. Boy, me not understand certain level of wickedness about people,
Garnet Roper, because of his treachery, God has spoken to him harsh. God said, God says, all revenge is mine. And so I don't have no, from when I learned that he was part of the treachery against the PNP and against Norman Washington Manley's party, and God has spoken to him. I have told nobody, I want to hear nothing he is saying, because these persons are so, not even the devil locked the gate, locking the gate to hell, hide the key. That these men don't come nowhere near the gate.
I wonder, Liz, I wonder for the same key where them take on and where Mark go them take on and take off the shackle of a big stone. Hey.
They say, unfortunately, big stone, very, very ill.
Me not laughing,
anything to big stone.
Them say when you open the shackle of a big stone and then put the key in their pocket. Me not laugh. Them people are sample me. I tell you, say Jamaica people. Them. No, sir. Oh, we are praying for big stone because we say big stone sick out.
Bad.
Oh, God.
And that's why people are asking us if the PMP can ever recover. And I said, yes, it is a harsh body blow, but we can recover. But what I don't understand at this point in time now, why we are not. We have also been educated, There's a presenter of a program, Royal Jamaica, Karen Cross, in doing research, as you know, has presented facts that Mark Gold in all his businesses, that his father, the trust for everything, established in Jamaica, has collapsed. People must know these things about these men.
They are delinquent. They are delinquent in Jamaica, but they are intact in the UK. Because me talk all the while and I say Jamaica is too free of a society. Everybody thinks that them can come to Jamaica and just do anything what they want to do and get away with anything. I'm not afraid to talk this over here. So the lighter their skin color when they come, then thinks that they can get away with more and more. How the heck a man is gonna have charities and them sitting there in a Jamaica foundation and then delinquent, but in a England them don't delinquent. You know, say the people them not respect for your country. Jamaica is too free of a society.
There's no loyalty to Jamaica. He wasn't born here, so there's no loyalty. In fact,
hold on the list. Hold on a second, the list. Same way with the man with Kevin Smith come from, where them same come from Canada. Them same did get him accused of doing some things with children and stuff like that. And the man come to Jamaica and have a church until what? Him start sacrifice people. Jamaica is too free of a society, Mr. Man. Trust me.
It's true.
Liz, you just come from Europe. When you're over Paris and over that side, you know, so the people them have rules and regulation from the very trash where you're supposed to throw in a garbage pan. Yes. Everything is about order and structure. And that me not like with Jamaica.
Jamaica can come like that, and Jamaica give us an apart to be like that. But then these saboteurs stayed inside PNP and did what? They didn't just do it to PNP, no, they did it to the country first.
Yeah.
They melted down the financial sector. Prince that 200 or 300 small businesses went under. People who had homes, stability, end up on the street as homeless.
Yes, Mr. One man with all there one star. This, you know, so this man used to sell fabric. The man buy him how much bedroom house with a fabric, having wife and him picnic them. And when me look, me see the man a sweetie and cigarette, the man come down to, you know, a sell pan the road, come down with all sugar and all kind of ailment, you know. Them wicked people here, 44,000 entrepreneurs. You know how Jamaica right now, if they never wipe out the entrepreneurs in the country, the 44,000, you know how Jamaica would have been a more vibrant country in terms of production and stuff like that. Them people are not easy, you know.
No, that's why people, the voters, must understand and know that. And then, of course, people committed suicide. Business people who lost and see where them going to end up committed suicide. Blood is on the shoulder of these two men. That's why I do not understand. And people curse Lisa when Lisa made the decision, but Lisa on the inside knew who they were. And Lisa did not want to be tainted with any of the blood splashing up on them. So the lady did the right thing, step back. And now we're seeing it for ourselves. They had people committing suicide, blood upon them. And I do not understand. Up to now, me can't come to grips. Why is Mark Golding still being associated with the People's National Party? Mark, the grave, from beyond the grave, Norman and Michael at work, and Karma reach them. But I don't understand some MP. I understand Lisa and Dr. Phillips pull away from them, and people that cause it two of them. Now people are beginning to understand. These two men have blood running down them hand and them shoulder and through them eye. And those two quality politicians try and pull away from them. But me not understand some of the other one them. Look what happened to Philip Palwell and he made to challenge at the conference last year or the year before. Finn Baby and her mother disappear, get murdered. These two men have blood on their hands and their shoulder. Why are they still among the People's National Party? Me not take death and cuss nobody. Right? People who have betrayed the party and the country by aligning themselves to these men have gone. Some of them gone. Them just end up serious illness. Some of them gone. Because the Lord said revenge is mine, said Lord. These two men have blood on their hands and their shoulder, like I just said. 44,000 business people and them family. These two men crush them. And anybody who is associated with them, I've been noting quite a few persons has gone. Gone.
Destruction, man. Oh God, man.
It's time to get rid of them now. The purge. You know, long me I call for the purge, and people not pay it no mind.
Liz, yesterday I said the Observer did something I wanted to ask you before I close off the program. Yesterday I said the Observer posted an article where they put Michael Manley on the front of the article, and they were talking about his policies that were attractive to the people as good social policies. And they mentioned democratic socialism and stuff like that. But me go for they go comment and say, listen, Observer, me don't know what you really do you say, no. But when you never post this, don't give the people, or don't try to give the people the impression that the Michael Manley policies or his intentions are the same, or that Bunting and Golding have the same belief system. They don't have the same. Members say Peter Bunting told Cliff Hughes 2019 when he asked him on radio, do you ascribe to the democratic socialism policies? When we talk about that, what we mean is social policies that most people would appreciate and stuff like that. That's the way I talk about. And the man talk brawling as he was trying to get the leadership of the party. Said, no, me no subscribe to that. Then why the hell are you trying to lead the party? Them no business, nothing but a social. You ever hear them come out with one social policy? Come talk about one social policy yet? They're not a political identity.
There has been since 2020 for our 2019, then coming from 2019, there has been blasphemy by prominent people in the society that said, and I have seen it and I took it on every time I see the answer. Michael Manley, they have tried to compare the BS called Jefferson Golding to Michael Manley. They have done it, and I have said, God Almighty, and those persons who have done it as blasphemy has been punished for saying so. These men are gangster, capitalist, gangster. Look at how they have wrecked the economic space, the social, the economic, and the political space at the great People's National Party.
So what is their? Do you know what their policies? What is their policy position? Because I have no clue.
Their policy position is more money.
Lord Jesus. Liz, nobody
will try to stop them.
Nobody make way up yourself, you say, man.
That is them policy.
No, sir. Miss Joan say, Liz, we could talk till we blue. The members of the parliament and others, they want him there, or else they can remove him. They want him there, set of criminals barring none. Lord Jesus.
Oh, because your mother tell you in Jamaican saying your mother, grandmother, grandfather, auntie, uncle tell teacher, show me your company and I tell you word. So if them was a criminal like the two of them would have run them a long time and they have the power. But then you see, as you say, the PMP, the PMP name is being dragged through the mud because when you look at the kind of people where see them end up, them and gravitate, them want Vibes Cartel as part of them team. Them bring, when the latest one where them bring come, the immigrant run, all kind of, when you check the background, people get sentenced in America, cocaine trafficker, this a kind of gun dealer, man where affiliated to having a molested stepdaughter, get gun license from Bunting. It goes on and on.
Lord have mercy.
Dragging and bringing people. You say, gotta punish them and gotta teach people in the average voter. And I am hoping all candidates handpicked by Mark Golding will again be defeated at the general election polls if the PMP goes forward. Because take it for granted, people, if the PMP go forward with Mark Golding, is another beating, and I will be glad. Dennis Garden is doing an excellent job in putting a clinic, a hospital in the constituency. He said, I am in a tough space right now because he is really what you call a social democrat.
You mean a clinic? He opened a clinic?
A hospital, not just a clinic, and in the area that it is, last night I saw it on the news, it is on Linders Road.
Really?
Doctor, dialysis.
Oh, I'm opening a dialysis center.
A hospital.
Hospital. Okay.
Beside this place, that will offer dialysis treatment. The dialysis treatment. It's a magnificent project. People should look it up and go. When it's in Jamaica, and the cost to do dialysis per day, I think, per week, is 25,000. This hospital that Dennis Garden must be coming. That is a PMP. That is how the PMP MPs are from the 70s, the greatest period in their life. They work, and they don't wait until they get elected to the member of parliament start the work.
So when Mark Golden are doing a film concert, him say him have how much money. He say in content the people them say, comrade, what Dayton Campbell say, make Mark Golden the president because when election come, everybody who want money for vote, him I got pay them for vote. Lord Jesus. Liz, we have to go catch up. Finish your sentence and then I will get into the closing of the program.
Mark is in financial, is in a financial decryptic state. He must bow down and kiss the feet of Andrew Holness and Nigel Clarke, Dr. Nigel Clarke, who increased the salary of politicians in Garden House, and that helped to save Mark Golden. 200, and Mark Golden take every cent that they increase and lied that he was going to give it. Him not take it, him as a need to charity. Mark Golden buy new clothes.
Oh, you know somebody buy new clothes.
Yeah, you see me right. So Mark Golden must say thank you, Nigel Clarke.
Lord Jesus.
That help me. And he's also putting some of it to say pop up in business. Mark Golden, if you bow down and kiss Nigel Clarke's feet and Andrew Holness' feet to the wage increase.
Mighty God, oh God, Liz, all right. Well, we'll come back tomorrow, because there is more. We're gonna have to follow up to see first of all who these new appointees are. I don't know all the by-election I forgot run, don't it?
Well, yeah.
If Nigel will go in October, in the last day of October. Say that again? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I wonder if I don't know if the parliament should have dissolved and then just call one general election. Because listen, you have people in there who have dual citizenship, but they're not supposed to even at the parliament,
Mark Golden.
Yes, so it better them just dissolve the whole thing and call one general election. What do you think?
Well, me wouldn't agree to to be honest. Me wouldn't in the national interest. There are things that what me would I do if the government serious about it, in set up a committee and quality people work on it, constitutional reform. The government can't play politics with the future of the country. One of the things the government must do is tackle, just like how the members of parliament and his side, the dual system, was taken to court. Mark Golden must be taken to court. And when you do that, and get the result, then you call it general election.
But Liz, me and you and the people upon the live, yeah, so whether them are JLP, I don't know if the PMP and the risers them know, but me know say the people upon, yeah, so me and you, especially the labor rights them and the independence them know say the Jamaica Labour Party do not want to carry Mark Golden go to court. they want Mark Golden to stay there because Mark Golden is the weakest link, number one. And number two, if in the event they go into an election and them have a low voter turnout and Mark Golden them so happen to win the election, them can carry him go to court. So I see now why they don't want to take him to court now, because clearly him is the weakest link. Make him stay there. And that's what I would do. It's not right.
But Natalie, again, you just said it earlier. Nigel elevation is about Jamaica, not about the party politics. Love of country, right? Country over party politics.
No, man, me not talk about Nigel's situation. Me talk about.
So we must also use that love of country over party and self. The country, the government is obligated to take Mark Golden. He lied at the NEC, 2 months now. He has June him tell them say he might go renounce. People, him lie. No, the NEC, no Jamaica, no party, the PMP name I get murdered up. He has not renounced. Him lie, and liars are usually thieves. The government is obligated to get Mark Golden, take him to court. Everything him run, carry him to court, constitutional matter. Him run to court. Take him to court under constitutional principle and law. He is a dual citizen. He has not given up the dual citizenship. He must be removed from the parliament based on the constitution. He must be removed.
Well, all right then, Liz.
Them can't beat him. As long as the PMP can't beat the JLP, as long as he's there. So them don't have to come talk about them now moving. It is about the national interest.
No, what me I say is support them can't go court and him just step down and say him not bother do nothing. He not bother be no leader.
I don't step down, you don't want him step down and not bother be no leader. He must be removed from the parliament entirely. Remember, I want to do it, to show the Australian situation, New Zealand situation, Caribbean, Guyana, and other countries. He must be totally removed from the politics. It is a big problem in the politics. Whether I want to know it or not.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, make we talk again tomorrow. Guys, I say good night to Liz. Liz, I appreciate you stopping by as usual. We will talk some more and we will keep, you know, you will keep me posted if we miss anything.
Yeah, you know what I must, sorry to say sorry. I've been watching MSNBC from early. And the situation in America is very exciting.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Yeah. I'm glad to say you tune into that too.
Yeah, man, I've been usually watching very since my sister and her program. But I've been watching this station now for years.
Yeah.
And then politics in America. So you know, say it's come out of the convention when the rapper name, when you came down, when it broke all.
Oh, Lico John, how we want him. Yeah. All right, Liz. We catch up. Thank you again. Good night.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hello, good night.
Good night, Natalie. Good night, JP family.
How are
It's
you?
a big deal.
Big deal.
Not true?
Yes, man.
It's a huge deal, a massive deal, a gigantic deal. I am so proud to be Jamaican today. Congratulations are in order for Minister of Finance and Member of Parliament. After October, is it what, 21st?
31st.
Somewhere there?
31st.
31st. Yes, after October 31st, it will be Deputy Managing Director of the IMF.
You know, so me I go to Washington go look for
royalty.
Me I go to Washington go look for him one night time when he come up here. Lord Jesus.
That's our black royalty.
Can I tell you? Them people are out of order doing.
Them pretty? No, sir. While on the other hand, Natalie, on the other hand, proven has proven.
Can I tell you
on a
what an
financial
ironic situation and the timing of everything.
Yes, and in addition to that, remember, their allies who are operating in the diaspora undermining the government.
Lord Jesus, nobody talk about that one. Nobody talk about that one, man. We can't manage so much.
Because remember, remember that Jamaica stopped using scandals,
That is true.
And they love scandals so much. Now they create one paperback scandal. That's how much they love scandal.
Well, me can tell you right now.
Paperback, they make it out now. With their $100, $1,200 in there. Where is it?
No, sir. Me I go peep through the window. When August 30th, they say protesters keep wait name there. New York, me no know. But what an implosion and disgraceful situation. My gosh, man.
Just disgraceful. But tonight about Nigel Clarke, and we picking him up, and we are so proud.
Yes, it's a good thing for Jamaica.
It will go ahead, and he will continue to represent us.
Yes, no, but Nigel,
I'm sure of that.
If Nigel over here, no fling no stone behind you, Nigel, because we no do that something there. Because as some know me that for Washington go protest against him. If him fling no stone behind.
No man, he must look one way, and he must do it with love and with attention same way, and when we want a word or two, him supposed to can put it in for we, just the same, and say, all right, here's what you do here or here, if we need a word of advice anywhere. Yes.
I heard somebody say.
I don't think that he will throw a stone behind him like that. Hopefully not.
Yeah, I hope not. I heard somebody alluding to conflict of interest. But just to be clear, the IMF, them have them policies and guidelines that everyone must follow. No matter if them come from this country or that country. You have to follow their guidelines. So there's gonna be no conflict of interest there.
There can't be any conflict of interest. They are operating as their own entity.
That is it.
They are. It's not a country.
Mm-hmm.
They deal with every country, every other country in the world.
So when you say okay with him leaving?
I am saddened because he's doing well and he's doing well for us. But what is wrong with growth? You wouldn't allow your child. It's just like a promotion. Then it's like somebody's getting a promotion at work and you're telling them, don't take it because if you stay in my department will flourish.
No.
It's a globalized world now.
Mm-hmm. And at 52 years old, you've earned the right to make such a decision without feeling a sense of guilt.
And he has worked for Jamaica, and so we're grateful for the service that he gave.
Yes,
we're grateful.
Yeah, some people out there were swear saying
we would have liked him to be there. We don't listen to the half dozen. Them. They are irrelevant. They can't gain any traction. They should go focus on trying to see what they can do to see if they can get the confidence of some people to vote for them, because there's nothing going on there, and that's what they should be focused on at this point. Yeah, get some policies and some, something.
True.
Something sensible for people. Yeah, go form a viable opposition. That's what they should.
We don't know them policy position or them identity, my love. We don't know. That's why we have to say Jamaica.
No, we don't.
Jamaica.
And that's why they need to go focus on that. Because at this point, there's no option.
So would you? You sound like you are a member of the JLP. Would you say that member or supporter? I'm sorry. Would you say that you would want to see a viable opposition in the country?
Of course. I'm a Jamaican first.
Okay, so you're not one of the people them will say one party.
So
They
who's
want
gonna,
one party country.
so who's gonna hold? All right, JLP is my party, but who's gonna hold them accountable? They're not perfect, and I want them to do the best that they can do. And so, if they're in power, I would want them to have somebody who's behind them, you know, with their eyes opened to say, hey, this T was not crossed, this I was not dotted.
True.
This would have been a better idea. Yeah, this would have been a better idea. You know what else we could do? Yeah, we need that.
Well, thank you so much for
I
calling.
agree with this for this reason. I do not for that reason. Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Have a good night. All right. Let's call our friend down there in East Portland who wanted to say something on the platform. Guys, please give the live a thumbs up for me. Lord Jesus, a 2 phone ring one time. Hold on there. East Portland. Good night.
Good night.
What you have to say to the audience, you know?
Oh, you know what? I listen to Miss Liz.
Well,
sometimes Liz love going on certain things. Like they don't want to listen, like she drink something, you know.
Liz not drink, nobody try undermine Liz, man. God.
Undermine Liz.
You know, Liz, I go come with fear of one opinion, you know.
Yeah, but and now, you know, when you come and now I drive Mr. Phillips.
Oh.
You know, a young people time, you know.
Me not think Dr. Phillips did take that offer there if it was offered to him.
And most somebody in the party and get that something there, you know. People out there can't get it, you know.
I wonder if them could have do that. Get somebody from outside their politics.
And I'm saying to them get Nigel and give him a seat.
That's it nice. God, honest to God, you know, we don't want it to seem like if people not politically affiliated them and then qualified, there's no space for them to serve their country. Me not like that style, you know.
What about people qualify? And Nigel see gone already, them get Derek Smith's son.
Yeah.
So if somebody is out the door coming in, they're going to find that them have a vacant seat in our St. Elizabeth and Chillan. One of them seats on the so. The lady resigned, man.
Would that rimple?
Yeah, that's a safe labor seat, so they can put somebody in there, so they're going to take somebody out.
So what on there now? You feel like say the by-election will go on up there, or you think that's okay?
Yeah, where they're going to win that seat, man. I wouldn't put on something them put back in the now.
Oh.
And the PMP man put back. That seat that the man where is that about scamming, I think step up from.
No, we're talking about Trelawney. I'm talking about in Nigel's constituency.
Oh, Nigel. Oh.
Yeah.
I do a by-election, yeah.
So, tell the truth. Your face Nigel was molded into being your politician, member of parliament. I don't feel like that did fit him in them. Always look out of place to me.
Nigel just come, everybody say Nigel boring.
Oh.
What get Jamaica people love Nigel when them going to parliament and I read out in budget. And only bring Jamaica through the budget, but I show the Jamaican, them and the Jamaican, them follow you.
Me not feel say the politics it fit him, God no.
But when the more come up in night, he come up here and say, I deal with Marble in the parliament and give him a red card and no new tax, and Jamaica people like that. Jamaica people like when talk to them in the parliament. I'm not saying like parliament boring, you know. When you read the budget, what about them reading make it boring? Nigel make it boring.
I don't say not have him strong points and him attributes, you know, but you see, if you take away the ministry from him, I'm just saying that as a member of parliament alone, him never fit that politician molded to me. But
no,
you understand what I say?
It's not physical. When we take him in fun, like in come on that stage, I'm at him not come off that.
Yeah.
That's on the stage in the two politics. But when them not parliament are reading budget.
I'm not politically savvy. But maybe in a new job, you know, I'm going to feel more comfortable and probably look more comfortable too.
But listen, Listen, if Nigel is not plan to stay, can Jamaica pay Nigel to stay? To stay. If the Prime Minister says they're pay Nigel, Jamaica do not have ball, so them pay him too much.
No, but him can't come. What kind of negotiation him come with them? The whole of them not just get raised?
No, but remember saying job, so if somebody offer him more money, he not gonna left.
Nobody talk like a money make a man go, because you don't know.
We don't know. Why you think him left? Why you think him left?
Me no know. That's why me can't speculate and say.
How much money I'm job? Job too hard for him and job can't too hard for him.
I think it's a very unfair thing to say without knowing. Say a money.
World stage too, you know. He might promote Jamaica too, but he might get paid. He might get more money than.
But he might get a comfortable salary as the finance minister member, Paul. He might get a comfortable salary.
We are all human. Money can't be too much.
Well, me that feel say I'm more like he might want to get more experience. At 52 years old, more than half of life him spend at school, you know. You understand?
The IMF, that's the big bank. That's the big bank of the world.
When I say get more experience, I'm talking about a more wider scope where finances are concerned.
When they left that, when they left the IMF, we might go next. And come back home.
I don't know. Maybe they said
no bigger than IMF there, Jamaica.
I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but whatever I'm decide for do.
That shit no bigger than the IMF rule.
I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Him have him kids, them and grow up on them something there, so I don't really know still.
Okay, so you say you look for him at Washington.
Yes, man, as him land up here, I go up to Washington, go look for him, man.
Yeah, I never call it black royalty.
Yes, man. Well, me I carry one crown, go up to Washington, go put on the head.
Jamaica black royalty.
Yes, me I carry one crown, go put on him head. Up at Washington.
Every country, that's why you say Jamaica, you know, that every 100 and much country in the world. Them pick a Jamaican man.
A Jamaican people alone love underrate one another, underrate themselves, you know. Jamaica people has some of the most talented. Let me tell you something. One man looked at me a long time ago and said, you see, in Jamaica, you can get the best at everything and the worst at everything. We are good at everything, literally, even what's bad. You know what I'm saying? So when you see what athletes them go out there and perform well, nobody thinks that Jamaica is just about athletics. We have more people who are more talented, whether academia, whether a track and field or sports, whether industrial stuff, no matter what it is, Jamaica has some very talented people.
When them said the primary school, he used to go St. Richard. I just remember my son at St. Richard Primary School in Goto. I've read his road.
Yeah. And Bunting contact about say, when say like him I say, Nigel not understand the people, them are not in touch with it. What a piece of brightness, eh? Nobody go there. Make nobody go there.
I'm gonna say that, but it's just nice when I listen to the news. I hear so much people from around the world are congratulating, man. The leader
yes.
from Peter Phillips.
For sure, yes.
Hear the Campbell just come out of this. And then Cliff Peter Phillips. So what do you think about Dana Campbell? Peter Phillips said, boy, I just politics. Some man just don't know when to commit politics.
And that him say?
Yeah, that Peter Phillips said.
Oh God, man. You see it? You see it? People want to see it? Say that boy a destruction.
Everybody can listen to it. Go on Cliff Hughes back about 6:49. You can hear Peter Phillips say that. Dana Campbell just don't know when to.
What a disgusting situation, eh?
That was a Peter Phillips push him under the damn bus.
And rightfully so. He has nothing to lose. Jesus, Father.
Phillips come out and just come out so gracious and just talk well about Nigel.
Yeah, because it's a good, and at the same thing, you know, remember when time Kamina did a run for the position. I think him did take. I think him did that character civil court. Yeah, I said to myself, say, but wait, if Kamina is going there to challenge the woman, she go there to challenge pan Jamaica behalf, you know. And a JLP behalf she go pan, you know. So as Jamaicans, me feel like say, all right, we might not agree politically and agree with our political stance, but once a Jamaican step out there, we're supposed to the back of them PP clock and a cheer for them, so. Yeah.
Jamaican people stop salute to their flag, and so the flag are going and pass and take on it, crack pass. The Jamaican people not have that something again.
Patriotism.
No, in it again, it's like it needs to start, but they know if it's school or what, something about it.
No, well, I hope them see what go on in America. I hope them see the patriotic Republicans, them, who have taken themselves to the DNC and then welcome them with open arms. Because why? Them have put them country first.
All right, so them build the biggest wall of Portland. It finished last week. I'm going to make sure to put a Jamaican flag on the wall.
Yeah. They not say it for go, man.
The highest wall in Portland.
So it for go. We are patriots.
Thanks.
Yes,
big
man.
Nigel. And big up Jamaica. Put country first.
Country first. Every time. Have a good night.
Party.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Yes, guys. Me have to take another call now. Moderator, come in on the line. We talk to everybody over here, so you know, JLP, PNP, no P. As long as you're a patriotic Jamaican, we talk to everybody over here, so. As long as we can have civil discourse, because we are Jamaicans before everything. Jamaica was there before JLP and PNP. Good night, moderator.
Good night, everybody.
Wow.
Good night to the people. I'm not a chat.
Yes, it's been a while. How you do?
Yeah, I'm good. I had my advice to the congratulations to the most honorable Dr. Nigel Clarke, you know, on his ascension to high post. Yeah, really, this whole appointment, yeah, enough people, as I said, me here you touch a few people and we start them nastiness already all over social media. You know?
I know what people them doing, you know.
Well, I mean, we know the set. Yeah? They don't understand patriotism, one. And two, Nigel Clarke himself said it today on a program. He didn't apply for the job. He was sought after. They asked him.
Them sought after him.
Yeah. Then so, for a body like the IMF, have how much countries around the world with different financial technocrats and all these things to look and choose from, and them decide to look down in that little data and choose Nigel Clarke. It is a big deal.
Then I must, man.
Yeah? Them could have looked anywhere else. Them choose to look on this little data down here and choose Nigel Clarke. So nobody, no care what people want to say, them can't overshadow that. Yeah?
Well, I wonder if they're not ashamed of themselves.
Make things to come in. People are talking about money this and money that. Remember, me earlier said something earlier on. I said, Peter Phillips should try to bring back Nigel Clarke to Jamaica. Nigel Clarke was in Jamaica when Peter Phillips was finance minister. Nigel Clarke was the managing director for Muscle Group of companies. Yeah? Earning a hefty salary. But when Andrew Holness convinced him for coming out politics, the man left nearly $60 million a year for come and work for about $8.8 million a year for Jamaican people work. So if you talk about money, yeah, he wouldn't walk away from him work at Muscle Group of company for come turn finance minister.
I not think money motivating either. I think you know, when you educate yourself and you decide to go in a certain field of work, you want to try different things. Nobody wants to go and be stuck when they have other options. You understand? I just saw life go. Cause 52, me never know say Nigel at 52 until me see him pants, you know.
Okay, well, me I tell
I
you.
see Nigel pants reach way up I am neighbor. Me say wait there. Cause I think Nigel about, you know, maybe 40, early 40s or something.
I'm early 50s.
But when
Nigel is somebody where me and him have face-to-face conversation already.
When
me I talk to you and I look on a picture right now with me and Nigel Clarke at a ceremony where my hand me a medal.
Oh.
Right?
When me see him pants big and him pants draw, me say, but Nigel look like a big man, yes, man. I saw me know say my big man. But he looks youthful.
Me and him talk personally, as me say, a couple of times. The last time I see him, I took my brother to catch a flight at the airport, and his wife and kids was leaving, and they were going on the same flight that my brother was going. And when we come out of the departure lounge, me and him have a conversation. So somebody with me and him talk a few times. Yeah? But what I basically say is,
him humble.
For people, yeah, he's a humble man. For people now come on and try pour cold water upon, you know.
You know, see that wicked them man from Bunting start, that's something they both.
Yeah, it does show you. Watch out now. Jamaica is a country where over the years we have been in financial ruts and we have to deal with the IMF. Yeah? Dr. Peter Phillips, when he was finance minister, I don't know if you remember or ever heard of a situation where he went to a meeting with some multilaterals, and to how they treated him, he said he left that meeting with tears in his eyes, and no Jamaican finance minister should ever have to go through that again. I don't know if you remember that statement from Dr. Peter.
And Leaching, they thought the story for true.
Okay. All right. After we've been through all of that, I will know the part or the pan now. And for Nigel, forget an appointment like this way, Morgan. Yeah? Look at it this way. Nobody don't know what the future was. What the future was. Suppose for some unforeseen reason, sometime in the near future, we'll find ourselves in a situation where we have to go back in our dealings with the IMF. Yeah? Wouldn't it be a good thing to have one of our own in such a position where the country know how to guide you and help you to deal with certain things?
Of course, that's always a plus.
So when people are going to jump up and start this and that, as I said, them short-sighted and not have no sense.
Them fool, because here what? The IMF, me can tell you with certainty, 100%. You're supposed to know this too. The IMF is not going to appoint anybody from a country that is in financial problem. They're not going to do that.
Not only that, the IMF is not a little corner potty shop, you know.
No, man, you're crazy.
Somebody who they don't know or believe is capable of doing the work that them appoint them to do.
That's why when I see data and them come talk about, say, when I pull up the thing on the screen and say, when I see them come talk about, like them must say, Nigel is running away to leave a sinking ship, some crap. But hey, when they talk about disgusting, you know, man.
One little something with the pan YouTube said them a run program. I am first, I say put it out. I'm laugh. Yeah?
Disgusting.
If we are talking about sinking ship, yeah? If we are talking about sinking ship on a Jamaica, what we are talking about?
The only ship was sinking at Jamaica, PMP right now, you know. At the truth, you know.
PMP now have a ship right now. You can't with them in a taking water.
And that is the truth, but when you're talking about the country now, remember, support the people them with their IMF now. I look over in Jamaica and see our headline news and how we are. Those people look at those things, you know. And them I look over in Jamaica for look what the mainstream media say and react, or the people them react to this news. Because we are a proud people in Jamaica. And then go look now and see the PNP. The first thing them come out with. May I echo back?
You alright?
Yeah.
They Them now watch look up foolishness for some people but basically, you know, it does distasteful to see so we have to politicize everything.
It disgusting, brother, trust me.
Political lines, yes. But it does distasteful.
Yeah, it is.
I asked a question earlier on. I'm going to ask you. Other than Dr. Peter Phillips that come publicly and congratulate Nigel Clarke. Even though me hear Nigel Clarke say a few people from the PNP side call him personally and congratulate him. Who else does he come public come congratulate?
You know, so to be honest, I don't really see nobody else.
I want to make... From the shadow minister of finance, you don't hear from the leader of the opposition. You don't hear from none of them.
And that is so, that it don't look good for Cho. It don't look good for Cho. You see, the politics come down to a point now where if a man say JLP or PNP, them feel like say, them can't greet what and be decent. Boy, I mean, I understand them. I never take up myself yet and look on somebody when I share the same political ideology.
Something like this. Julian Robinson as a shadow person should have been one of the first person who come out and come congratulate him.
Absolutely.
The opposition leader voice should have been heard publicly already. Yeah?
Them not do it.
Yet, Dayton can become and make a bag and nice when nobody there even want to hear him and him should have stayed at the whole when they did And Peter Phillips alone come out as a statesman and come congratulate the man publicly. Come on program, even and all of that.
Peter Phillips is the adult in the room.
So you just simply show you. Not only that they're having kids meal, they're all kids.
That situation, though, God.
Yeah, man, it does go for sure. And we know enough well-thinking people out there, and them a look on and them a see it. Yeah? To know the type of people we have aspire to lead the country.
Yeah, and that's why we are here to discuss. A lot of times, a lot of people come over here. Yeah, Liz come over here, although sometimes I might not agree with Liz, but yes, sister Liz is a patriot, regardless of what.
Me know Liz stance, and we know not everything we agree. We agree and we disagree. That is quite normal. Yeah? We know that Liz does have a passion for our party and she always inject our party thing in it. Yeah? But aside from all of that, I mean, sometimes we can just, you know, look on things from a national level instead of this whole party thing, especially when you don't have to go down the road.
True. But we have to stay upon the side of decency.
We celebrate good things when we see it happen, and, you know, stop being so petty and so foolish.
Agree.
Yeah, and that's my 2 cents. So let's up again and, you know, go and follow the program because you see all the people commenting on the chat. I wish more people would call in.
Yeah, well, you know, so it go, but I read every comment still and hear the people them and say. Some people might want to call him, but they're afraid, and you know, and everybody brave like we.
Afraid of? Are you afraid?
You know, the vulture them on the platform, they don't want nobody attack them, you understand?
They have vultures everywhere, but watch you know. Me and Liz living in the same constituency.
Oh.
Yeah? Man, Liz, I make you know if you never know. We both come from East Central Center.
Okay, then that's not bad. Yeah?
So, when Liz talk certain things, especially constituency, I know exactly what she talk about and all of that. But we're not going to share the same view at all time because me know one of the type of person who stuck my head one place and can't see something and talk about it on a truthful perspective.
I like that, yeah. So they must say now, like they must say there's problem inside of the Jamaica Labour Party, and boy, they must say me no know.
No problem. All right, watch you now.
Say Nigel, boy, me no know. Like at the first somebody, Lord Jesus, at the first somebody resign.
When Andrew did bring in Nigel as finance minister, who didn't know about him and his capabilities like that?
But I never know him. Me say PMP him go to first enough for try join. I don't know if that's true.
Well, that rumor they out there. The reason why people have that rumor they out there is because his family lineage has always been aligned to the PNP.
Okay.
Yeah? His uncle was a former minister in a PNP government. Yeah? So that's one of the main reasons why people always say that. But in the man's own words, him and Jonas have always been friends. They used to be in some groups where they used to have meeting and discuss topics and ideas about countries running and all of that. Him himself, that he was like a goalie for bankers and financiers and stuff used to in the group. And Jonas was the only politician at the time. Nigel Clarke himself said that.
Andrew Holness has been good recently. I've talked it over here before, say. One thing we noticed with Andrew Holness compared to the PNP is that Andrew Holness has been good at picking out and surrounding himself with talented people.
He have an eye for good talent and he always recruit good people.
Yes, that is true. More so than
and
his...
If you look on a lot of the people who draw in the politics, we come directly from the private sector. Yeah? Same Nigel Clarke, Dr. Dana Dixon. Yeah? And she's a few
good.
more.
Yeah, she's good.
And you have a few people who know if we line up to come in the Jamaica Labour Party who are brilliant people in their own right in different fields. Where you see the renewal, you see the type of people that is being attracted to the party. And that's one of the things we're not seeing with the PNP at this time.
Nobody talk about the PNP. The PNP now work right now. But yes,
no, I understand that. But what basically I say is the type of people, that clique they attract. It's just based on who loyal to them and who support them.
Lord Jesus. But after them, they're not quality neither.
No, but we just assure you. And that's one of the things we're going to turn off a lot of people and has been turning off people.
For sure. That's a sad situation. The only thing though, the people them were Andrew Holness are recruit with the talent, what me consider to be talented people. One of them is just a Dr. Dana. Those people need to be seen and be heard more. I don't think they're being seen or heard enough.
She is being heard because she was on a program today. She making herself more visible. She going around, she making the rounds. Yeah.
Me don't feel like it's enough though, honestly.
Enough way though. You want to see her more, you want to hear her more what?
Yes, especially now with the lack of boundaries and the disinformation of the PNP.
Well, true.
I've said that many a times.
I mean, today she was on a program and those that tried to drag her down the road even though she was being careful, but a lot of people even know that she herself have financial background.
I would have hosted now.
You mean you know what is a try to drag people?
I blunderbuss them.
Yeah, and she have financial background as well as favor and a couple others. So
yes, see, you have to tell.
About who are going to replace. There's a lot of depth on the bench, so that is not even so much of a problem.
The people them ask, Oren, good night, Oren. Oren is asking, do we think that we will have our first female Minister of Finance? That's an interesting question.
It's quite possible because, as we said, if we know anything about Favor, so she have a deep financial background. She was already at the Ministry of Finance at one point.
Yes.
Yeah. Dana Dixon have financial background.
More so one female at the security ministry too.
It's quite possible.
Capable females, not just any female.
No, I know I'm gonna be just any female, but it's quite possible. We might just find ourselves having a first female finance minister.
I not think say Andrew the type of somebody will fight down woman like the other rest them over the other side.
No, there are so much of them pushing a different portfolios, man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite possible we might just see it.
Mm-hmm. I hope so. Or at least, people who are capable and competent more than, we need a little shaking up in a certain. Like, to be honest with you, the education ministry, I feel like one little shake up for going over there, so. My
Well,
opinion.
you might just see it. We just attack, We might just see it. Well, we're in a discussion with a few people today, and one of the things that come up is that people earlier suggest that them fish shift favor from education to finance and send in a go education. That is already been suggested.
What kind of financial background favor have?
I mean, she finances. She work in Wall Street. She have degree, with finances, financial background.
Oh.
Yeah, man. It was being discussed, and she was at the Ministry of Finance before.
She was brief at the finance ministry. I never really know much about, because it was so brief.
All right. Remember. The last budget presentation when they said that some mix up the go on at the Ministry of Finance.
Mm-hmm.
And Nigel Clarke was away. Who stepped up and handled the whole thing on his behalf while he was away.
Oh,
it was Favour Williams.
Maybe I wasn't really paying attention during that time.
Yeah, it was Favour Williams.
Okay. Well, maybe I don't need to go on then. The people them have the talent and we study. You see what can happen when you put people qualified at the right place? For example, with Nigel now. You understand? You have to put people who qualify and trained in the right positions, and that is when you're going to have a better country, better administration, better ministries and things like that. We have a habit in Jamaica.
You put it up, somebody comment on the screen. Yeah, she's training in accounting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, she have financial background. I'm sure that, and I know she did that at the Ministry of Finance before.
Mm-hmm. Well, make us see what go on. The election are next year. They say it will call this year, but we don't know.
That a Julian a try play God a predict.
Yeah, him said this year it will call. Lord Jesus, sporting them. You see, they not a sense, before they low out certain things and go fix them party and run out who forget run out, and you understand? Boy, I mean, know them people are fools, so. No, sir.
I mean, just look at it. Me, you know exactly what I'm still, but look on it. There are some people where them do things and them probably see we're in them go wrong, but them no man or woman enough to say, say we'd make a mistake, make a correct it. Them rather go down the path of them wrong.
Jamaica people
because of them egos and all.
The Jamaica people, the Jamaica where me grow in, the Jamaican family and community, church and school and all about. The Jamaica where I come from, the people them are straightforward, them honest in terms of, something is not working. We don't sit down with it for never ending and sit down and go down in a hole. We don't know them are people that come from.
I don't say some of still,
Nope.
But I mean, I guess some will learn and some won't, eh?
So you go, yeah.
Yeah.
What? Well, watch what go on for see. We don't want Nigel feel like say, the country not appreciate the work with him. Because one woman called me today, and she say, so me just read they sitting on the IMF website. Me never know say Nigel do them something there. And I've always said,
Send it what?
All the performances that the IMF wrote about.
No, that's not something we're supposed to surprise you. I'm gonna say that for say this. A whole heap of people in Jamaica make valuable contribution in a different portfolios.
They have to tell their stories, though. They have to tell their stories.
No, and thing I'm gonna give you one classic case. I remember when former Prime Minister would say I got passed off. And we're listening a broadcast so them a talk about, him life in politics and stuff. And when them a discuss some things and some policies and some institutions where him responsible for and all of that. I remember my elder lady for me, we're always in our political discussions. Here she said, Jesus Christ, that's so much things I'm gonna do. And I first me I know them something. And me I say, look at that. And me can't even fault her. You know what I'm saying? A whole heap of things where I say a whole heap of people contribute to with nation, and it has been hidden, whether for political reasons or something. And that time show me clearly say a whole heap of Jamaicans, especially enough where I run up and down about politics, don't know a whole lot about Jamaica's history and politics and who contribute what.
Well, when it comes on to them things, then I don't think we are a good keeper of history. I've always said that, including other aspects of our history, not just political, but Jamaica. We not really push. We not really. That's why Mark Golden can come tell the people them about say our ancestors fought and bled and died together, and not go say because him know say nobody not come challenge him because we are not a people where look here, see in America we take history serious over here, saying you think say Mark Golden could have come tell them something and nobody hear him. Hey,
you're a champion of cause for some time now, and edify people on this whole meltdown of the financial sector in the 90s. Yeah? You think say if we was a country that was supposed to be or should have been, to the day so much people would have been dumb to the whole happenings of the 90s. We should have whole heap of books and document all kind of things should have do for document the whole happenings of the 90s that people can learn about it. Yeah?
True.
But no, I thought it has been swept away because the more you can keep the people from information like that, it's better for some.
Jesus.
Yeah? But this is a meltdown, where thousands of businesses get wiped out, and hundreds of thousands of jobs get wiped out, Many suicides have been committed, Many families broken, And we don't have a comprehensive, detailed document on it to say, well, this is what happened and this is what would go wrong and we'll not make this happen again. Nothing like that.
Nigel, them this to them I go release the FinSac report. I wonder what go on, if I'm going release it before and go.
Mentions that, but may I say, look at that. Oh, in a civilized society now, something like that could have really happen. And have some comprehensive study being done. We have what? We have more than 3 now, but back then I think when the whole FinSac debacle was about, we have 3 top universities at the time. And not one of them not do a study from the whole meltdown.
I think it's our history with politics. So, we used to have a politics of fear. You know that. So because of
we
that.
We used to have a politics of fear, but guess what? We had, and we still have, a politics of cover. Most of who in a media, I thought something already. Most of who are media practitioners, they're not in a media for, spread information and that. Enough of them in it for suppress certain information. Them put out what they want to put out and suppress what they want.
Psycho. Well, I'm really hoping to see that FinSac report sometime, I really
I'm waiting on it too because I've always had an interest in it from my young youth from back then. Always have an interest in it. I remember the first book I put out on the whole FinSac meltdown. I went out and bought my copy as a teenager then. And I still have the book up until now. Yeah?
True. Jesus, Father.
Yeah, so I'm interested in it.
Yeah, well, make we see what I go. Me curious to see who will replace Nigel and all the by-election. Oh, God, Jesus, nobody never won an election, you know. All right.
Watch out, you know. But
Yes.
I feel we're going to have a first female minister of finance. I just have that feeling.
All right, then make we see it gonna.
All right.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah, man. Thank you for calling.
All right, cool.
Mm-hmm. Russell, I didn't say big election. If you're talking to me, me say nobody never did ready for no election. By election, I go keep. That's what we were talking about. So guys, we'll come back and talk a little more. You know, at the second time this student me hear people are mention Faval. Second time. If she's qualified to be there, you know, then maybe that's where she needs to be instead of the education ministry. And then who would replace her there? So there's a lot to look forward to. We're talking about the by-election that's going to go on when Nigel Clarke leaves to go to Washington. He's leaving. Yeah, man. Nigel was a statesman, very humble, understand politics, but never played it. He was about Jamaica, not party per se. He did us proud, and he will do well at IMF. I agree with that, Oren. Thank you for that comment. Yes, I agree. And that's why I say the representational politics kind of so it never fit into me at all. Him just never fit in that mold there. When you see him turn up a talk beside the other politician them, he never fit him. Me think what I got do you know and what him been doing in ministry, it fit him more. Tonight's program was totally awesome. But what's new? Wagwan Junior? Yes, we there talk about Nigel appointment. You know, it's trending all over the place on every platform I love. When me go Google today, every major newspaper, every financial newspaper all over the world, Bloomberg, Reuters, local news at Jamaica, IMF, everybody. Dr. Nigel Clarke, Jamaica's finance minister, being appointed to a leadership position at the IMF. It's a big deal, big news. So it's what they are reason about. I think we have some background knowledge of things, but we wait and say congratulations to him and his family, blessings. Yeah, man. More than likely, him kids them now probably go to school, you know, up in that Washington area, if that's where he's moving to, which I believe he is. So it go. But congratulations from JPU. And I am sure that all of the people over here on this platform who have been here with us all this time are patriots, patriotic Jamaicans. And we could have never say something like this and come say anything less than or other than congratulations. Because we believe in, you know, people who do well. And especially people who wave our flag. We don't care not about a party. From them I do something good and they make a country look good and make a country proud. That is good enough. And that's why tribalism is never a good thing. Because it's gotten so bad that you have a handful of people. Luckily, it's only a handful of them. You have a handful of them calling down doom and gloom on the country now. And talking all sort of things. Only see the article I put up as I was talking with the guests. One of them say, PNP concerned about Jamaica's economic future after Clarke leaves for IMF. Why? Why they concerned about the economic future of Jamaica? Eh? Me not understand this statement here. Clearly, the country is in a stable economic situation, and that's why Nigel was qualified to go work with IMF. So what happened now? What's the concern? We have people at Jamaica who can deal with the thing and deal with it properly. Nobody can call on a frustration upon the country. Nobody can fret down the country. God have mercy. But we need to thank this man for his service. And I'm sure there will be a farewell or departure party for him at the appointed time. Anyway, guys, please hit the like button before you leave. I am going to go to my bed now. We will catch up tomorrow. I'm sure we will be discussing this for some time to come. And, thank you so much for joining, participating. Please share the live. And don't forget, hit the like button before you leave. We will catch up and big up yourself, guys. All of you who are patriotic Jamaicans.
It is a joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica.
To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey. Move out my way.
No way we can ever support this guy to be in such an important role. And so if it takes speaking at a Democratic convention to beat him, to get my party back, to get my country back, then so be it. That's what I'm willing to do.
Oh, yes, so nice!
And that's because...
Please remain standing for the national anthem.